It's Android beta season once more, this time more like the regular timeline that they have. In fact, I think they came out with this one a little bit early, and it's Android 13 beta 1, public beta 1. They had the developer betas already, and I'm running it on the Pixel 4 XL. Couple different reasons. As you know, I like running it on the 4 XL because it has some legacy features. It has the older Snapdragon. I want to see how they're supporting the devices a few years out and not just the ones that had just come out. The other thing is we're on the chopping block this year. Pixel 4 and 4 XL owners know that our support runs out, and I want to at least know what's coming down the pike and how well this is running so we can avoid the headaches that the Pixel 3 people went through this year. You can see all the difficulties with the emergency calling by itself and shutting off and bricking devices with Android 12. So I want to see leading up if we could get something relatively stable so you could be confident that you could put Android 13 on your 4 and your 4 XL and run it beyond its service life, which comes up, I believe, in October of this year. Okay, couple different things. They made some cosmetic changes, and it makes sense that they got this one out on time because this is the refinement one for Android 12, you'd think. They took the big swings under the hood in Android 12. Now this is just getting them to run a little bit better. So some cosmetic things. We'll get this to focus in on here. I like this change. This is a little thing. We'll go ahead and show the setting in a moment, but this is bringing the Material U colors out more into icons. That's in beta, and some other stuff that they're running. I like that Material U is getting some refinements. It needed a little bit. It looked like kind of a big hack to me. It took the colors didn't quite match. You were limited in what the palettes you could use, and they've rectified that for the most part. I like the icons pulling up the colors. It does a fairly good job of that. And also, when you go into the colors and themes now, you can see instead of just the 4 to choose from, you now have 16. So you could really hone in on the different ones that might match your wallpaper and the theme that you're looking for in the colors that much better. And you can see you turn on the themed icons there and you have no issue whatsoever with that. It works well. It matches the color. I think it did a pretty good job pulling that purple from the back of Jean's dress here, as you can see, her birthday dress, and putting it through the rest of the UI and now including the icons. They made some privacy changes, which is quite nice. They allowed less things, which as Google tries to improve security, you have now where if an app asks for permission to media, it just doesn't get blanket access to all of your media. You have to ask whether it wants audio, whether it wants video, whether it wants photos, archive type photos. And so the app doesn't, if it's just a photo app or if it's just something that needs a microphone or something that needs video, it doesn't have access to everything just because it needed access to one thing, which is quite nice. And I do like, as we go on, and the big swings were with Android 12 again. I love the fact that it shows at the top right-hand corner whether you're using the microphone or whether an app is using the camera. That is great. As we now move forward, I love that privacy concerns are becoming a selling point. There are things that companies are actually advertising because it makes a difference. There's a lot of people on this channel who love Blackberries and who are looking for other devices now that Blackberry's not a thing anymore. And they were used to that security and that comfort that you got from having a BlackBerry device. And as companies, they're not there. Obviously, Google, Android is not the most secure on the planet. But it's nice to see that Apple and now Android with Android 12 and now into 13 are taking strides to make sure that privacy certainly does work. Battery life remained the same, which is good. I don't like seeing big hits to battery life in betas. That makes me concerned because instead of working on improving battery life, you're working on getting back to the battery life that you already had. So I'm looking at about 5 hours of screen on time using the beta so far, which is good. There's app incompatibilities. I'm not going to give them a hard time for that. WhatsApp had issues not being compatible. Grumpy Cat Weather, stuff like that wouldn't update. There's certain things like that, but that's on the developer after it comes out to work on. There were a couple things that I was confused by, and I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. I was a little thrown by the fact that you don't have the ability, and I don't know if this was even in Google Messages on Android 12, but you have to click into Messages again. There's not this where you could get a message, the actual photo from the message without clicking in. So there was that little icon, Samsung has it, Apple has it, where you could just go ahead and click save a photo to your photo roll without having to click into an image and then going ahead and downloading it. So I really like that. I wish they'd bring that back or add that if they haven't already. The big thing, and I understand that it's not that exciting for Pixel 5 owners. Well, Pixel 5, it might be exciting that you're getting Face Unlock. It's really exciting for Pixel 6 owners that they at least added the toggle. You can't turn it on yet, but you can see that it's an option. They are working on Face Unlock for your Pixel 6, but once again, it has broken Face Unlock on your Pixel 4 XL. And I can already hear people, and I just mentioned it, it's a beta. You can't give them a hard time, but here's the problem I have with that. I didn't give them a hard time with the beta for Android 12. In June, it started having the problems with the Face Unlock. And every single release of the beta had the problems with Face Unlock. And then on the full release, guess what? They didn't fix it. It was still there. You had the same problems that you had the entire time throughout the entire beta. So that makes me nervous. That makes me pause. That makes me say, like, well, hold on now. If we're already having it again, they had it in the Android 12L beta or Republic Quarterly, whatever they're calling it now. It came back in that, and now it's back again in Android 13. They seem to solve it 2 months down the line. I believe it was with the December or the January update on Android 12, but for 2 months, you got the error, which I'm getting again. I'll see if I could produce it here. Oh, now it's working a little bit, but a moment ago I was doing it, where it says, please clean the top of your Pixel and whatever else is going on, including the black bar at the top. Things clean, you'll have to restart the phone to get it to work again. And then when that starts happening, the always-on display breaks and the radar breaks. So the always-on display just doesn't go on, it doesn't recognize anything, and the radar, which is the thing that basically turns the always-on display back on when it senses someone's close to it, wouldn't work. You have to go ahead and restart the phone, and then it would finally work again. That's a problem. The UI stuff is not there, which is good. The UI is actually pretty smooth and snappy. Able to get through Google Apps, no real problem. No UI crashes in YouTube Studio or other Google apps, which was weird. It seemed like Google Apps had the worst compatibility issues with the Android 12 beta and then the Android 12 initial release. So at least there's not the UI problems. I'm not getting a keyboard halfway up the screen for half the time I'm using the phone, which was a problem with Android 12, so that's good as well. So it seems like they've taken some of the things that they've cleaned up from Android 12 and moved that forward and not had them be a problem in Android 13 Beta 1, but that Face Unlock issue coming back concerns me and annoys me, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But if we get to Beta 2, 3, 4, when they're adding all this other stuff that they want for Android 13, and the Face Unlock, it says clean the black bar, is not working properly, then I'm going to be a heck of a lot more aggressive in telling people on your Pixel 4 XL, don't upgrade to Android 13. Because after October, we're not getting the support anymore. So if it's not working well, that's it. You're going to be restarting your phone twice a day to get your Face Unlock to work. And we don't have the benefits, like Pixel 5 owners, of going back and having to fall back on a physical fingerprint sensor on the back of the device. So let me know as these betas come out, as Beta 2 comes out, what are the new features you'd want to test. If you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. As you can see, that was a hint. That was an update. We got several mid-tier devices that we're testing right now that we're going to go ahead and review some budget devices in there as well. Don't forget, Long Island Watch. We're wearing our iMac version. If it could focus in, we're struggling with the focus today. Our iMac version, the aqua with the gray there, original iMac. LongIslandWatch.com. Link will be in the description. If you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.